Welcome to GOLT Talk, your podcast for technology and innovation in the legal profession. If you're searching for solutions to revolutionize your legal practice, you're in the right place. 10 minutes pure, actionable product insights from CEOs shaping the future of legal technology. And here is your host, Tom Pfennig.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to GOLT Talk, your go-to podcast for technology and innovation in the legal profession. My name is Tom, and I am your host. And today, I welcome Jag Lamba from Certa outside San Francisco in California. Good morning, and over to you, Jag.
Good morning, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Wonderful. So, this is a compact and dense format, so we get rolling right away. Could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm currently the founder and CEO of Certa. I started my career as an engineer and then spent some time at McKinsey and then in a private equity firm. This is a problem that I had noticed throughout my career, which is it's very painful for two companies to work with each other. And there are all these different compliance and risks. And, I, being an engineer, thought that this is a problem that can be solved through technology, and that's what led me to Certa.
Awesome. So that brings us straight to the unique selling points and the use cases that you are serving. Can you share a little bit with us, please?
Sure. All the risk and compliance and ESG needs in working with third parties, traditionally, the way most companies attempted to solve them was they started with one or two risk domains and then layered on additional risk domains. And, their software was initially optimized for the first few use cases. We took a fundamentally different approach. What we've done is we've created a horizontal platform that we call the third-party operating system. And what companies do is when they use Certa for their initial use cases, they install the third-party operating system and build, the use cases on top of that operating system. And that makes it super easy to then extend the use cases across sort of all the risk domains, all the compliance needs, all the ESG needs. So what makes our approach unique is, one, we can be very comprehensive and serve, sort of all the multiple risk domains related to third parties very effectively. Two, we are very agile. So what that means is, because it's an operating system approach to the problem, the solution can be personalized exactly to a company's needs. And we mainly serve large enterprises who require the personalization. And third, it can be extremely automated. In addition to the software, we have generative AI baked into the operating system. So it makes it very easy to automate via software and AI all parts of the third-party lifecycle.
So let's go to the risk domains, i.e. the use cases, particularly in the third-party risk domains. Can you call out a few so that the viewers have a better sense what we're talking about?
Sure. So we have a particular strength in the compliance risk domain. So everything from a sanctions program, an anti-corruption, anti-bribery program, trade compliance. This is where the largest companies in the world, the largest sort of 500, largest 100 companies in the world will often come to Certa. And we will automate their third-party compliance programs globally. We're available in 53 languages, and we're just, extremely global programs we can automate. But because it's an operating system approach, we also do complete full spectrum risk and compliance. So there are some clients where we, start with the traditional TPRM. So everything from information security, privacy, financial risk, resiliency, etc. Many new regulations like DORA, etc. And forced labor, of course. And then some clients, we mainly do ESG. So within ESG, we do activity-based scope 3 compliance, of course, and due diligence of third parties. So CSDDD and other regulations related to collecting primary scope 3 emissions, which is like the bedrock of many ESG regulations.
TDRM, just to make sure everybody follows those acronyms, what does it stand for in your nomenclature?
In third-party risk management.
Before we move to allies and competitors, when you say automate, that's obviously music to many ears. What does it mean, automating a TPRM?
Yeah, so by automation, our end goal is to put the entire program on autopilot, all the controls, all the data collection, risk analysis of the data, reporting. We try to put the entire program on autopilot, but it requires multiple stages. What we do is we basically use sort of software, AI, all the data integrations to take a look at the program where it is, see how the program can be improved, and then automate every part of it. And typically that involves setting all the controls to manage risk and compliance, and we enable companies to do that via natural language. Number two, gathering the data. And gathering the data requires gathering primary data from third parties, data that's already stored within the company, and then also data from the internet and other service providers. And then finally, assessing risks on the data and multiple risks, and then reporting, which might be relevant to not just managing the programs, but also for editors, for auditors and regulators.
Yeah. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit. Competitors and allies. 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, I think our strongest allies are data partners. So for example, the likes of Sayari, DNB, etc. So they're the most natural allies to us, right? Companies need data for their sanctions checks, for validating the business, validating the financial viability, checking the ultimate beneficial owners, etc. So we basically plug in all the data. We have 130 integrations that Certa comes with by default, right? So those are the most natural allies for us. In terms of competitors, for the full spectrum risk management, the main competitors are OneTrust, Process Unity, and Arabo. And then on the deep compliance, some of the competitors are GAN Integrity and others.
Okay. I wonder if we missed anybody. Sapien and Exeter, would they be considered?
Yeah, Exeter would be a competitor. Yes, we haven't come across Sapien.
Okay, just clear. Now, final two questions, implementation effort and pricing. We already learned that your key focus is on large enterprises. So we would be referring to that clientele when we talk about pricing, and also the respective implementation effort for that target group.
Yeah. So our pricing depends on the number of risk domains covered and the number of third parties that our software helps manage. So for a large enterprise, the average pricing will be in the range of 200,000 to 250,000. Sometimes we will also automate slightly smaller companies, very rarely less than 1 billion in revenue. But for smaller companies, it can be in the range of 125 to 150,000.
Great. And the implementation time, roughly?
Implementation time is between 4 months to about 8 months, depending on how much of the program do we want to cover in phase one. Often clients will ask us to quickly get value from the software, so quickly work on a few risk domains, a subset of third parties, and that we can do in 4 months. If it's a more extensive program, full transformation, that can take 6 to sort of 8 months.
Excellent, Jack. Thank you very much for the dense download of facts and figures. Highly appreciated on behalf of the audience. Have a good rest of the day. Jag Lamba, CEO of Certa. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tom.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.